Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's big question: what is Baba Yaga? We're breaking down folklore and mythology one symbol at a time, so let's jump right into it. When you think of creepy old crones, pointy hats, and gnarled fingers, chances are you're thinking about Baba Yaga. She's a witch, right? Well, not exactly. In fact, despite her somewhat witchy appearance and predilection for eating children, she isn't a witch at all, but rather a supernatural being known as a brownie in Slavic folklore. Brownies were domestic nature spirits in Slavic culture, often associated with a particular household or location. They could be good or bad, helpful or harmful, depending on how they were treated. And Baba Yaga, the most famous of the brownies, is no exception. Now you might be wondering where this peculiar character came from. Truthfully, no one is 100% certain. But scholars believe her name may derive from the Proto-Slavic Baba, meaning old woman or grandmother, and Yaga, which can connote horror or evil spirit. Regardless of her exact origins, we first see her pop up in East Slavic tales, dating back to the 11th century. Usually she's depicted as an old woman, sometimes with a bird's beak nose and wings, who lives in a strange house that stands on two giant chicken legs. This hut, made of a mortared fence, is girt by a thatched roof and spins or turns to face unsuspecting travelers only if they chant a magic phrase. Turn, house, turn, with your iron hinges. It's a pretty cryptic rhyme, but basically it's a key phrase that shows travelers know the house is alive and alert. Without it, they might just walk right by. And the hut itself is a symbol of sorts, representing the threshold between the human world and the other world. So too is Baba Yaga herself, a threshold guardian, standing between life and death, order and chaos, civilization and the wild unknown. In many ways, then, she's a liminal figure, existing outside of society and its rules. She has no qualms about eating unwary visitors, especially children or lost travelers, which is why so many stories feature heroes journeying to her home. As a cannibalistic crone, she embodies danger, and her house is a place of confinement, sometimes trapping people inside for years. Yet Baba Yaga is also an ambivalent figure, a wise elder who can grant quests, magical gifts, or advice if properly appeased. She tests the protagonist's worthiness with seemingly impossible tasks, like fetching water in a sieve, sorting seeds, grinding grain, or sweeping the yard. But these tasks aren't always what they seem and reward cleverness and bravery. Many of Baba Yaga's helpers are animalistic, like the mortar and pestle she uses to fly around, or the forest spirits, wolves or owl familiar that aid her in some tales. This connects her to nature's darker, wilder side, far from the civilizing influence of the human world. So who exactly is Baba Yaga? Is she a terrifying monster or a wise old woman? The answer, like many things in folklore, is both. She appears as an antagonist in some tales, like Vasilisa the Beautiful or Ivan Zarovich in The Grey Wolf, and as a helper in others, offering guidance and aid on the hero's journey. Ultimately, she represents initiation, a test of the hero's worthiness before they're allowed to proceed on their quest. Whether she's a villain or a mentor depends entirely on how the hero behaves. Baba Yaga has inspired countless stories over the centuries, appearing in more than 1,000 variants of Russian folktales alone. So, if you ever find yourself wandering through the woods and come across a hut perched precariously on two chicken legs, don't go knocking, just keep walking. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to check out more folklore and mythology explained.